Hello, this is Adam at Watson EdTech, and today's topic that we're going to be talking about is putting YouTube videos inside of Schoology in particular, although in theory what I'm about to show you could work in other learning management systems and other ways as well, putting them in a way that we can take some of the worst of what YouTube could possibly have in and around it off the table. I'm talking mainly about things like the ads that could play at the beginning of YouTube videos. When you're on a YouTube page directly, of course, all the distractors like other suggested videos and so on. There's a way to get around that, and we're going to demonstrate that today. The thing to keep in mind, however, is that there is still an unavoidable built-in thing with YouTube that technically a student can click on it and still go to the page of the YouTube video, and there it is in all its the YouTube page in all its glory. But let's talk about, we'll demonstrate that as we go along. Let's first just talk about how do we get a YouTube video in a way to take as many of those distractors off the plate. So first, we of course have to get the YouTube video. So here we can see a YouTube video for Star Wars The Force Awakens, the trailer. And for most people, when they hit the share button, like so, they see this is the highlight, the share here, and this YouTube link. Most people have copied and pasted that in Schoology or in a tweet or an email or whatever the case may be, and that's all well and good, except the problem is that when you click the link, you're going to get exactly this. You're going to get the YouTube page right here. You're going to get all these recommended videos. If there's an ad that's going to play at the beginning, it's going to play, and so on. So how do we avoid that, where it doesn't actually open up a new tab and we can stay more inside of the Schoology tab in the Schoology environment, for example? Well, what we need to do is, when we click the share button, instead of here, we need to click Embed. And this code is what we need to make sure to copy, which I'm going to do right now. Then I'm going to go back to Schoology. I'm in a course. This is actually a professional development course that I have for West Middle School in the materials section here. When I click on Add Materials, there's a couple different ways that this YouTube video could be embedded, but we'll just show two very quickly. The first is by adding materials, we just add a file link external tool. We click on link. And notice that it says, it's always said, enter a URL or embed code. The thing that's nice about Schoology, for example, is that it allows us to paste either of those things here. Again, most of us have been copying and pasting the URL code, but I'm just going to paste what we just copied, which is that embed code. Now I can give it a title. Star Wars trailer, let's say, and just click add. Okay. Now notice that as far as materials, we now have Star Wars trailer, and we have that right here as embedded. The deal is we have a little play button here, and let me just show you what happens that's different. Now if this had been just the URL link, we'd click on it and it would launch out to a new tab and we'd be outside of Schoology. But here we can, if we hit play, we'll see that it's playing within the site. And we're inside of Schoology. We have not left the Schoology page. We're all right here. No ads popped up. Of course, you don't have all the distractors. Nice interface. But I want to point out something just to make sure that you're aware as a teacher. This YouTube video, YouTube icon here, if I click on it as a student, it will launch in a new tab the actual YouTube page right where we left off as far as in the video with the videos and so on and so on. This is the deal. Unfortunately, there is no way to get around this. As part of YouTube's terms of service here, right here, if you want to read it on your own here, if you use the embeddable player on your website, you can't block any portion or functionality, including but not limited to links back to the YouTube website. So there is actually no way by embedding or any other process that you can block that. It does make it where I can watch it. I'm watching it on Schoology. I'm not going to see all those things, but if a student knows they can click on that, they can still get to it. There's no way to ultimately block that. For our younger students, maybe they're not aware of it. For our older students, that's probably a given, but I just want to point out that that's the only unfortunate backdoor way that they could still get to the YouTube page itself. Still, much cleaner interface. If you're monitoring and managing it, making sure that they should have no other tabs open but the Schoology tab, that would be a way as a teacher that you can maybe minimize that. So with that said and done, there is one other feature that I wanted to mention, which is that you can take a YouTube video link that you have and you can put it through several different, and there's many websites of this, but several different websites that simplify the look and do what we're doing here, which is basically no ad, no distracting suggested videos, just the video itself. The one that I do like, and I want to mention and give credit where credit's due, Donnie Piercy from Eminence has done a blog about this. It's called View Pure. And the nice thing about View Pure is that if you go to your YouTube video you're wanting to share, click share, and we do go ahead and copy this link like you see it, and go to View Pure, when we paste it in here, we can purify it. And what happens is that now we have the video right here playing, and again, as you see, no distracting videos, no ads, it goes straight to it. The deal is, as far as that this link here, if we copy it, we can go back to something like Schoology. Let me delete this right here. Yes, I want to delete it. Go right back to where we were. Okay, click Add. All right, now we have an additional material in here that's just a link, but when we click on it, okay, notice that we're inside of View Pure, again, not distracting. So really, as far as in either view, it just depends on what fits your bill. I like the idea of being able to play it inside though, and that goes back to using that embed code to do that. One other point to point out, if we do something like an add assignment, and we click on link here, we're back to that same dialog box where we could paste that embed code, put the title and so on, attach it, and inside the assignment, once again, with all your instructions or whatever other material that, other things that you may want to say or attach, again, you can keep within the Schoology as far as playing it and not go to a new page or go outside with an additional tab. So that embed code, there are several different places where by doing that you could absolutely take advantage of it. That is all I've got to say about YouTube and embed codes, and at least two different ways that you can clean up the YouTube appearance and try to avoid those distracting ads and at the beginning of the videos and the videos that they suggest on the side. I hope this was helpful, and thank you for listening.